Okay, now, this one sweet my belly. Well, eating torturing me like this. I don't feel older. I beg, make una help me drop better comments for our festus keyamo. Una no say, Makamba, I know they hide man, I know they put water for mouth for one corner they talk. Tobashe Noma, I could come here. Come to Ale. If you do any I bet festus keyamo don't do well. The man, he really work for this minister work where they carry give a minister of aviation. If you don't know what in do for airpeace, if you don't know the bege when carry give British government or more, I don't feel all I say make I can't drop the update for now. My beg my people, make una help me holler drop better comment for them. Muna just listen to this Microsoft updates. Share the video and leave a comment for Festus Keyamo. Festus, God bless you.
Nigeria's largest airline, Airpeace, is still being denied slot at the Heathrow Airport. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, on August 1st, lodged a formal complaint with the UK Secretary of State for Transport, warning that if Airpeace is not allocated a space at the London Heathrow Airport, Nigeria will be forced to reciprocate by denying British Airways and Virgin Atlantic slots at the Lagos and Abuja airports. Keyamo, in a letter, reminded the UK that both British Airways and Virgin Atlantic are operating into Nigeria's primary airports in Lagos and Abuja without encumbrances placed in their way. Let me read the excerpt of his letter there. Keyamo wrote, British Airways, in particular, has been flying into Lagos since 1936. Therefore, it is necessary for Nigerian designated carriers to enjoy similar reciprocity that British carriers are enjoying. It is highly unfair on the side of the British authorities and a discredit to the Nigerian authorities and the Nigerian nation as a whole for slot allocation to Nigerian carriers to be an issue at all times. We feel totally betrayed by the British authorities for not reciprocating the good gesture of the Nigerian state and its people. Well, also kudos to the Minister of Aviation. He has always stood for our Nigerian carrier. I mean, this is appalling. Appalling. At this time, Airpeace is still waiting for, slots to Heathrow Airport, but they are getting all our slots in Abuja and in Lagos. I mean, how dare they? How dare they? This is wrong. I mean, Rufai, and just to note that there is no, I believe there's no connection at that Gatwick Airport as well. I mean, can you imagine Nigerian passengers going into Gatwick and having to exit to Heathrow? And these British Airways and Virgin Atlantic have been accessing our airports easily like that. It is so painful.
It's deliberate.
Yes.
It's absolutely deliberate. You even remember the fight.
Yeah.
Airpeace had to fight to be able to get the Gatwick in the first place.
Yes, absolutely.
You remember how long they had applied for and they had to fight. So it's totally deliberate. I mean, they don't need to tell you again that there's a sentiment against Africans. They don't need to tell you, if for anything, if you didn't see it clearly. I'm sure you saw the riots in the UK. And it was about because of the way people looked, and you are not welcomed here. But I'm also happy about a Keyamo that is putting his foot on the ground. If it was other times in the past, people will not put their foot on the ground. And what Keyamo has done will make a big statement. So kudos to Mr. Keyamo today. By saying to them that, see, if you don't give Airpeace a spot in Heathrow, then don't worry. You will go and land in Ilori, or you go and land in Enugu as Virgin.
Yes.
And if you try it, we will show you that we can do it.
Yes.
Because it's not only them. You remember how we had to fight with UAE when they were saying we should go land in Sharjah. So it's not today. And you see, the word for it is international aeropolitics.
Yes.
And the British are the masters of playing it.
Right.
These were the same people that they had been landing planes here since the 30s.
Imagine.
Like they said rightly.
Yeah.
So we must insist. Because if you don't insist, you're not going to go. You even remember how they brought out the first scandal against Airpeace at Gatwick, that they are not fill up one thing or the other. So it is deliberate. So we know it, but day to day will meet us here. At least we're excited. This minister. is not conniving with our external adversaries.
Thank God for that.
In some cases in the past, we have people conniving with our external adversaries. And we like to beg local adversaries of Airpeace, the airport authorities and all of that, please. You remember when the man came to complain here?
Right.
We can't be fighting external adversaries and your local collaborator too is problematic.
That is exactly.
That was exactly
the same thing now. Dangote is fighting
with
this bribe thing, this bribe story,
external
and internal.
Anytime you try to lift your head up in this country, there's a force we call that. That's why I say most Nigerians have PhD. Pull him down. They will want to pull you down at all costs, but you have to fight through it, and we change the narrative. And that's why I say what we are speaking about for Dangote is in our own national interest.
It is in our national interest.
Because if we don't speak up today, see. Our children will still be buying imported fuel in this country.
Absolutely.
When we can refine this.
We are behind Festus Keyamo. Reciprocity. We are behind.